Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, where you're watching from. My name is Sande. Welcome to this amazing live stream today in the forest. So the target is to do like a 5 kilometer walk today. So happy New Year, wherever you're watching from. This is the third day of 2025. So I hope your New Year will be of blessings and prosperity. So today let's just do like 5 kilometers. Then we'll end the live stream. That will take us like 45 minutes for that walk to end. Coming live here in Africa, in Kenya specifically, in the wilderness of Africa. Look at how beautiful the place is. Very silent, very secluded. The air is very fresh. In this walk today, we're able to see some rivers and some nice plants. If you're lucky, you'll see some nice flowers. So now we're gonna kick on with the river down here, which cuts across the forest. We have like 5 rivers. Hi, Judge Gesama Makumar. Hi, how are you, Jugeswar? Hey, your name is very hard. Jugeswar. Jugeswar, hi, how are you? So, so is the live stream clear, Jugeswar? Sorry for that. So thank you. Welcome guys. My name is Sande. Welcome to this amazing YouTube channel. It's underscore Sande. Coming live in this forest here in Africa, Kenya specifically. Doing like 5 kilometers walk today. So we're gonna kick off the walk at the river down here. Then we go up. So can you tell us, tell me the live stream is clear, and also if where you're watching from, as you enjoy the walk. Look at how green the place is. So this side is kind of a downhill, meandering. This is how the forest life is. Hello brother, Physical Plays. How are you, Physical? Hello, how are you? I'm doing good this morning here. So let me see okay, the live stream is clear. Thank you so much for that. Your live streaming the forest has a challenge because sometimes the video is blurry, but now I have been informed that it's clear. Thank you so much. So now we go down, then after the river we'll go up to the other side. Look at that place down there. Very dense, All this side here, most of these trees are indigenous. So on the comment section, just tell us where you're watching the live stream from. It's a dangerous point here to be fixed. from the lovely river. So this river, the source is from Aberdares. It passes through a place called Limuru. So Aberdares is among the mountainous regions in Kenya. It's among the water catchment areas. Very important place because it's source of water for many rivers that goes downstream. So this river will come all the way from Aberdares, then it will go and join the Athi River, then later on it will go, no, from here, Karua Forest, it will head to Nairobi River. Then after Nairobi River, it goes all the way to Athi River. Then later on, joins the Indian Ocean. So this water will go all the way to Indian Ocean one day. Maybe it might take some weeks, but it will. If you are able to seclude it and rubber stamp it, can you be able to monitor it till there? But now you can't. Because when it goes to Nairobi River, it joins other rivers, and the water color will turn, because Nairobi River is more of like a sewage. It's very dirty. When the river is somehow dirty. Morning. So I'm done with a small hill now. So the question is, do you spare sometimes in the forest? Do you do a walk in the forest or camping, such kind of things? Because for me, this is my daily routine, my daily dosage. You see where you came from? All the way that side. Very, very dense. So if you don't have that habit, you need to start coming up with the habit of just doing a walk in such kind of a place, because it will be able to really help you in terms of the mindset. Also, it cools down your body and enables you to be in a very good state of mind. So let me just remind you to double tap the screen to like the live stream. Let me remind you that tap the screen to like the live stream. So that I didn't write it all. So double tap on the screen. So as I was saying, if you do a habit of walking in the forest most of the time, find your mindset in a very good state. You find your mind in a very good state, because you are like calm, well packaged, free, gives you peace of mind, So the forest gives you peace of mind, it cools you down. It's very important. Very, very important. So you need to do a habit of doing a walk, can opt to do a walk in parks. Some other countries, they have very nice green parks that you can just jog and enjoy a walk. But if you're in Africa, plenty of forests you can do a walk in. So when you are walking in the forest, there are things that you need to put in mind. One, you need to be very observant. You need to use your all senses. For instance, that's a bird up there called the common bulbul. To spot such kind of birds, you need to listen to the birds, you need to see some animals. So if you're not that careful, you end up not having that beautiful experience. So that's something you need to be very careful. To use your sight, you need to use your smell. So you're able to spot some nice smelling flowers and plants. Also, you need to be very careful in terms of how you do the walk, because a forest is home for animals, but most of these forests here, they're that safe to walk because they don't have can say a lot of predators. Hello. Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Yes.
So most of this forest, they don't have predators. So that means they're safe to walk. So but other forests, in Kenya, where they're like Aberdares, doing the hike, you need to be very careful because you might come across the buffaloes. And for those who have a history about buffaloes or buffaloes, among the most, I'd say, dangerous creatures. They are very aggressive, very aggressive. So welcome guys, my name is Sande. It's a cactus, So in most villages in Africa, they use this to do what you call land demarcation, whereby when they see a cacti, you know that this is a boundary, They use this type of cactus. And it has some thorns in it, so when you handle it, to be extra careful. You can see the thorns on it. It's a very unique way of growing. This is the center one. So that's how it grows all the way. So this is the center, the one that will grow to be this big. Also this one, this not cacti, sisal. This is a sisal. You can use it to make ropes, So it's a sisal. Sorry for saying cactus. Cactus is kind of a plant that grows in dry areas. So this is the sisal that you use to, most of the time you can use it to make ropes, that you use it to tie the animals. But most of people in the villages, they mainly use it to do what you call land demarcation. on the comment section, just tell us where you're watching the live stream from. Then double tap the screen to like the live stream. This is how it happens. If this is your screen, at the upper part of the screen, just double tap twice. Because if you do down here, sometimes it never counts. So double tap the upper part of the screen. It's kind of chilly. There's sun, but it's really very cold, somehow very cold today. So now, from this particular point, I'm gonna go through the horse circuit, and I'll do a very nice video about the horse circuit here. You can see from here, now head to the horse circuit. It goes this way, all this way. So many times some people have never known the best way to have a reflection of yourself in a very silent places, because in these bigger towns, people tend to live in areas where there's crowded, where there's a lot of people, so they lack space for them to do their own things. They lack a place where they can just reflect about life, a place that is free from noises, free from people, and free from chaos. But to those who are very smart, they have come to understand that being in a forest like this gives you a chance to enjoy and reflect yourself. So this is how the life in a forest is. You have a place to relax, a place to rejuvenate, a place to meditate, because this place you can hear there's less noise, less disruption, But the best part about having a chance to explore the wilderness or the forests. It's very important. Look at those tall trees there. Those ones are eucalyptus. So something about these trees is that for the eucalyptus, they came all the way from Australia. In 1930s, when the colonial government was constructing the Mombasa-Uganda Railway, there were need for firewood to steam the locomotive engine. So those years, most of forest in Kenya was full of indigenous trees like that. But what happens that something to note about indigenous trees, they're environmental friendly, they are very nice to grow, they are very beautiful. But the only problem they have is that they grow very slow. So what happened is that the government was like, let's look for a solution to this, because when we are cutting down these indigenous trees, we are missing up a point, because we are getting rid of the trees very fast because of their slow growth rate. That's when they went all the way to Australia and introduced these eucalyptus trees you're seeing here. So for the eucalyptus, they grow very fast, they have nice fuel, but they only have some disadvantages in terms of the environmental impact. They dry the land so fast, they are invasive, and they kind of have some few portions of chemicals. So now these things should be removed because they are not environmental friendly. If you want to have a forest that you want to grow timber, you can plant them. But remember, after you cut down the eucalyptus and you want to change the farm to be like a farming farm, it will take you too long to recover the soil nutrients and pH because of the acidity. The leaves of the eucalyptus, these are the leaves, so they kind of have acid content in them, and that's why if you go to Australia, whenever they have fires, their fires are kind of extra vigorous because of these trees. They burn and burn so huge. So that's the thing that's happening here, trying to replace the eucalyptus. So it's called a blue gum. See, there it looks like kind of someone came and lit fire below it, but no, that's not the case. The bark is just that dry and looks like someone burnt something here, but that's how it looks like. Called the blue gum. It's a species. It's a subspecies of the eucalyptus. So now we are working on what you call the horse circuit. Here, if you are able to, if you want to enjoy horse riding, it's the place to do it. Then you can see the horse footprints down here. Then you can observe the corners, how they move, meandering, you know, kind of a meandering path. Here the birds. So, life in the forest. What should you expect when you want to have an experience in the forest? So something that you need to expect is that a forest is a place home for the animals. So if you go to a forest, that means that you are a visitor. So you need to make sure that you obey the forest rules by sticking to the path, because forest being home for the animals or wildlife, if you go deep in the forest, you kind of distract them. So that's what you need to avoid. Or else you want to have to be someone's supper. Because most of the forests here in Kenya that have predators, they're not allowed to do a walk. You can only do game drive. But some can do hiking, and you are cautioned to be very careful, because you have some buffaloes in some other forests like Aberdares and Hell's Gate. So when you do that walk there, but Hell's Gate is a park. Be very careful. So the good thing about this path, when it meanders like the way that it's going, it becomes interesting compared to when it's just a straight line. it's kind of boring, but now it has all these meanders. It's kind of interesting and lovely to work on. So welcome guys, my name is Sande. Welcome to this amazing YouTube channel, Sande. Remember to like, comment, double tap the screen to like the live stream. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. Look at this. See, still a eucalyptus species. Not the bark is kind of smooth. See, very beautiful. It's a smooth bark. So I'm taking this video for these trees, so that in the next 5 years, when they'll no longer be here, I'm gonna go back and remember how the path looked like. Then you compare that particular video at that particular time. So that's what we are doing now. I'm gonna come back at this particular place in the next 5 years and show you the exact changes, you know. So something to note is that for the eucalyptus, when you cut them down, you have to control their regrowth, you know. Regrowth is whereby when a tree is cut down, it can be able to grow again. That's how you treat it to avoid it from shooting again. If you don't do that, then you've done half job done, because the trees will grow again. So when you cut down the stump, you have to peel off the bark, then you treat it, kind of cure it to prevent it from growing again. That process is very, very important. So this one's here, called Lantana camara. They are invasive species of a plant. Came all the way from India. They tend to really destroy the lands in Africa, because they tend to take a lot of big space. Here they grow all this bush is for lantanas. So when they grow like this, we don't allow other trees to grow and crops. So the only way to control them is to uproot them. Make sure that the roots are out of the soil, because if you cut it, it will grow again. Those are the tricks that you need to use to make sure that you get rid of the Lantana camara. That path looks like a path that has no end. That's how they peel off by themselves, by the way. They have a new growth. So the next 5 years, these trees will no longer be here. Will be full indigenous, and we'll have a very nice forest. So I'm taking you to an indigenous part of the forest, so that you'll be able to see how it looks like, you know. Because for the indigenous part of the forest, that's where you can be able to spot some animals, some birds, and butterflies, bees. You because the indigenous trees, most of them have flowers that help in pollination, you know. So now this block has some part of indigenous trees. You can spot the very big difference now. You hear the birds. That's the trick. That's the only solution to a very nice forest. Just remove the eucalyptus and exotics like the cypress. You're gonna have the best and the best forest. A forest whereby animals will be able to have a lot of nutrients because the foods are all indigenous. We're still on the horse circuit. This butterfly here, you can see it, the swallowtail. Let me get closer to it. Swallowtail butterfly. So I told you, when you get closer to the indigenous forest, see many butterflies. See the other one here, white one. So let's go to the indigenous part now for you to prove that what I'm telling you is nothing but the truth. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let me put that poll as we go to the second part of the So I'm back, guys. Sorry for the interruption. We're back. Look at that beautiful path here. So at the end of this hostel circuit, you'll be able to see now the indigenous part of the forest. So life in the forest, So welcome. I was trying to talk to you about the importance of sparing time to have a walk in the forest, because such green spaces gives you chance to reflect, to refreshen your mind, to do some energy stuff like running, walking, that you may strengthen your body. Fitness is very important to have such kind of beautiful path. See that bird there? Let me try to spot the bird. Oh, it's like a barbet. I've seen a paradise, African paradise flycatcher. So forests are just home for animals. We have some sunbirds here. It's a variable sunbird. Many sunbirds here. So that means you are close to the another one there. It's like a honey. So now that the end of the path will be an indigenous forest now. So welcome guys, welcome to this amazing YouTube channel. It's Sande coming live in this beautiful forest here, showing you my life in the forest today. We've done like 5 km walk, still have few minutes to go. Got that beautiful path. So in the comment section, tell us where you're watching the live stream from, so to be able to know the audience distribution in terms of the live stream. That helps us to know the best time for us to do proper live streaming. So now I've reached the end of the horse circuit. Let's go to the small block of indigenous trees. Then we call it a day. Morning live stream. So welcome to the bushes. Look at those bushes, guys. Very thick bushes. This block is of all indigenous trees, all this side here. And you know, that's why I told you the indigenous trees are the best, because they will allow birds to come and enjoy here. They will allow butterflies to be here. So let's go through the indigenous part, then in the live stream I want you to have that experience of the different sides that you have walked. Look how thick it is. Very tight bush. So there are some blackjacks here that are messing me up. I'll remove them when you're done. Down there, very thick forest at the moment. I'm out of the blackjacks. and I have to remove them from my trouser. There are many of them. Life in the forest, not for the easy goers. I see these are blackjacks. That's weeds. And then we finish up with these ones here. Some small weeds down here. So thank you so much and see you in the next live stream.